In this short film, we will evaluate to what extent Cardiff has a Welsh identity.
The purpose of this film will be to examine how Cardiff embraces and expresses a Welsh identity. This will be done firstly by defining the term identity. Then it will discuss the key aspects of the Welsh identity. The film will then highlight what Cardiff uses to express a Welsh identity throughout the city, and lastly we will consider any improvements that Cardiff can make in order to embrace a Welsh identity further.
In order to evaluate Cardiff's identity, we must first define the term identity to provide a theoretical perspective to support our evaluation. Rudasi says that places are not the sources of static unifying identities, they are full of internal conflicts. In other words, the identity of a place is not limited to one specific identity, instead a range of multiple identities that people recognise. However, to contribute to the creation of an identity of a place, Dick states that places today become exhibitions of themselves through investment in aspects such as architecture, landscaping and design. This has contributed to a place's cultural values. Dix highlights that cultural values is important for tourists to access in order to engage with a place's identity.
Now we will identify what aspects of Welsh culture contribute to creating a Welsh identity. Firstly, the current Welsh flag became officially recognised as the national flag in 1959 and has since been an important feature of the Welsh culture that is recognisable worldwide. This incorporates the famous Red Dragon of Wales that is widely known as the symbol of Wales. The Welsh language contributes to the identity of Wales, as it is the national language of Wales and is still taught and spoken in today's society through the use of bilingual signs and Welsh media such as S4C and BBC Radio Cymru.
Other symbols that are associated with the Welsh identity include the leek, daffodil and red dragon. The use of the leek as a Welsh symbol stems from rich Welsh heritage dating back to the Shakespeare and Tudor periods, as it was used to mark the celebration of St David's Day. The daffodil is endorsed as the national flower of Wales, which is also used to mark St David's Day. Music is closely associated with Wales through the vast history of Welsh music. For example, the Welsh harp is known as the instrument of Wales and has a long-standing history through Welsh folk music presented during the National Eisteddfod. Also, there are many famous Welsh singers and bands contributing to the commonly known statement that everyone in Wales can sing. A Welsh identity is also shown through the variety of Welsh products. These include the Love Spoon, Welsh cakes, Bad at Breath, Welsh whisky, Welsh slate and Welsh beer. Rugby is an integral aspect of the Welsh identity, as it often incorporates many other aspects of the Welsh identity, such as the flag, language and music. Cardiff is a city in South East Wales and is the National City of Wales after receiving national city status in December 1955. It has a population of 321,000, 10% of this being students. Cardiff is renowned for being a very multicultural city. This is due to the Industrial Revolution of coal exports at Cardiff Docks, which encouraged the growth of Tiger Bay, now known as Cardiff Bay, with this contributed to a growing number of new cultures moving into Cardiff, creating Cardiff's current multicultural society. Cardiff is also home to many students and is a well-established student city with 3 universities based in Cardiff.
The Welsh flag is instrumental in showing a Welsh identity as the Red Dragon is distinctively known. Throughout the city, the flag is flown in key areas such as Cardiff Castle, Cardiff Central train station, Principality Stadium and St Mary Street. By placing the flag in central areas of the city, both residents and tourists can recognise the familiar flag. This helps to embrace the Welsh identity and differentiate Cardiff from other UK cities. Also, it is often seen lining the streets during rugby season or St David's Day.
According to the 2011 census, 19% of Wales are Welsh speakers and only 11% of Cardiff's population are Welsh speakers. However, despite these low statistics of Welsh speakers, Cardiff still explicitly expresses the use of Welsh language throughout every aspect of the city. Every sign and landmark has bilingual signage. This allows Cardiff to embrace a very strong Welsh identity by allowing residents and tourists to experience the native language. In addition, Cardiff encourages the celebration of the Welsh language. The Tafod Festival is part of Cardiff's Summer Festival package and is held in June and July. This celebrates the language via literature, poetry, drama, comedy and art.
Throughout the city, the use of Welsh symbols is incorporated as souvenirs and memorabilia. The use of the dragon, Welsh flag, daffodil, and sheep are often used as souvenir products for tourists to purchase as their own piece of Welsh identity. Cardiff has a range of Welsh souvenir shops showcasing the representation of Welsh symbols and identity through the variety of products.
Wales is well known for music as it has produced a variety of famous singers and bands such as Tom Jones, Shirley Bassey, Stereophonics and Manic Street Preachers. Also, the Welsh national anthem is renowned for being a passionate anthem, particularly during Welsh rugby matches. In addition, the home of Welsh music is at Womanby Street, where it is home to a variety of music clubs. Clwb Ifor Bach is host to a variety of bands and is home to Welsh language music. Also, most of the clubs on this street takes part in the Sŵn Festival, a festival that takes place in the autumn, providing a platform for new and emerging bands from Wales.
The Welsh identity is heavily shown throughout the range of products available throughout Cardiff. Welsh food and drink is very popular with residents and tourists. Famous to Wales are Welsh cakes and barberith, both sold at Cardiff Market. In addition, famous Welsh drinks are available in many shops and pubs throughout Cardiff, stocking the famous Welsh beer, Brains, and the Brecon Brews whisky, Penderyn. Love spoons are another popular Welsh product that is endorsed within Cardiff, allowing people to experience the old tradition of giving hand-carved love spoons. Also associated with expressing a Welsh identity, the Welsh rugby tops are on sale across the city in sports shops, market and the WRU shop. The vast range of Welsh products available in Cardiff are all synonymous with the Welsh identity.
Sport is important for Cardiff as it provides a platform to express Welsh identity. Cardiff Arms Park was the original home of Welsh rugby before the Principality Stadium was opened in 1999. Now Cardiff Arms Park is home to Cardiff Blues, one of the 4 Welsh regional rugby clubs. The Principality Stadium, formerly known as the Millennium, is the home of the Welsh Rugby. The stadium provides a key attraction as it is in the centre of town, so it is easily accessible, and during major rugby tournaments such as the Six Nations or Autumn Internationals, many supporters pour onto Westgate Street, Castle Street and St Mary Street. The streets are often lined with the familiar red shirts, Welsh flags and daffodil heads, a perfect opportunity to show the individual Welsh identity and the city's Welsh identity. Football is another growing sport in Wales and Cardiff, with Wales reaching the semi-finals of the Euros 2016 and Cardiff City in the Championship League and the stadium Cardiff City Stadium based in Leckworth. Football is another sport for Welsh identity to be expressed.
Cardiff has a strong theme of heritage throughout the city and a rich theme of Welsh identity exists at each attraction. Cardiff Castle is at the heart of the city and is a notable feature of Welsh identity and Cardiff's history. In addition, Cardiff Story Museum also shows the history of this city in terms of the growth and transformation the city has undertaken. The National Museum of Wales is based in Cardiff, showcasing the evolution of Wales in terms of Wales's landscape and natural history. Although based in Cardiff, the museum examines all aspects of Welsh life, not just Cardiff. Also, Roath Park is an important piece of Welsh heritage as it was opened in 1894 and is Cardiff's most popular public park. Throughout the year, it is home to the national flower of Wales, the daffodil.
Furthermore, Cardiff Bay provides a variety of notable attractions. These include the Millennium Centre, a home for national theatre and music, but built with a strong Welsh identity as it incorporates the Welsh language and was built entirely with Welsh materials. It also offers free exhibitions covering current topics in Welsh society. The Norwegian Church is also an important building in terms of Cardiff's history, as it was once a church for Norwegian sailors dating back to the Industrial Revolution, where Cardiff Bay was integral in exporting coal. In addition, with the Bay being home to the Welsh Assembly Government at the Senedd, many crucial decisions concerning Wales is made here. Therefore, these important buildings further support the idea that Cardiff has a strong Welsh identity.
St David's 2, Capital Centre and Queen Street are Cardiff's main shopping districts. However, they are heavily branded with many high street shops within these. Inside the shopping centres, they look very similar to other national cities as commercialisation and growth of global businesses has taken precedence over the existence of smaller independent businesses. For example, in comparison to Cardiff Market, the high street areas do not express a strong Welsh identity as there is no Welsh representation of products or businesses. Instead, these tend to be based mainly in the arcades or Cardiff market. To improve on the representation of Welsh identity, Cardiff can introduce more Welsh products or businesses within the key shopping districts as well.
This film has concluded that to an extent Cardiff does have a strong Welsh identity in terms of representing and expressing the core aspects of Welsh identity and providing tourists with an authentic experience of a Welsh city. However, we feel that Cardiff can improve further by incorporating a stronger Welsh identity within the shopping districts by giving more Welsh products and businesses a better platform to move into the heavily branded shopping areas. Furthermore, multiculturalism has contributed to Cardiff's identity and introduced many different cultural values. However, the Welsh culture is still a strong identity of Cardiff which residents and tourists can identify with.